Hey Gemini, this is Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Welcome to your February 1st through the 15th, 2018 tarot reading with just a little bit of astrology, especially compared to previous months. This month, your ruling planet Mercury, or at least for the first half of this month, is in Aquarius. And Aquarius is a nice home for Mercury. As you're very well aware, you like to think. You like to communicate as well, but you like to think. And in fact, your motto is, I think. And when it's in Aquarius, it makes for really nice, clear, concise, articulate communications of feelings, thoughts, ideas. So it's actually very, very positive time. It's a very positive time for expressing the self. You rule the third house, and the third house is about the individual in relation to what is not the individual. So it's the Gemini and the floor, the Gemini and the table, that kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. So because you are relating to what is not you, it's not like the seventh house where you're relating to the other person or sentient life form. It is just you relating to the world really around you and communicating that, whether it is through writing, speaking, I don't know, singing. But my point with this is that when it's in Aquarius, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and it tends to be progressive and about new ideas and exchanging ideas. With Mercury, kind of the messenger of the gods, your ruling planet in Aquarius, it's very comfortable there. Now you're a mutable planet, which means you're flexible, malleable, changeable. And you rule the third house, as I mentioned, which has to do with what is not the person, what is not you, everything around you, basically. And communication, very much about communication. How do you communicate your needs? The moon's not going to visit your constellation till the second half of the month, so we'll cover the how that's going to be characterized at that time. And I think that's it. I hope that made some sense astrologically. We're going to do a 4-card pull, which is based upon an issue or situation in your life. So it could be romance, it could be a career, it could be family, things like that. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck. And this 4-card pull has the first card being that situation, second card a positive aspect of that situation, third card a negative aspect of that situation, and the fourth and final card will be any advice that spirit or divinity wants to share about the situation. And as I said, I'm using the Morgan Greer deck, which is Rider-Waite-Smith based. So this is for Gemini, mutable air sign, ruled by Mercury, currently in Aquarius, the ruler of the third house, about communication, for the 1st of February to the 15th of February. What's going on with Gemini, February 1st through the 15th, 2018. Gemini, motto, I think, mutable air, February 1st through the 15th, 2018. What's that? Holy Hecate. Cosmic Soul. What information does Gemini need to know for February 1st through the 15th, 2018? Gemini, mutable air, the thinker, third house. What do they need to know for February 1st through the, thank you. Right now, legacy is on your mind, not just money, but foundations, strong foundations of money, familial money maybe, hereditary money, building a nest egg for the family. You're building strong foundations. This is very much on your mind. You're focusing on this. A positive aspect of this is the Page of Rods or Wands, fire energy. A negative aspect is defeat, 5 of Swords. Spiritual's overall advice is the Taurus card, King of Pentacles or King of Discs. This is Earth. So we've got 2 bits of Earth. fire and air. The only thing missing here is the emotions of water. So I'm guessing this has something to do with you logically thinking about the logistics of life. It looks as though you are building a foundation. What's on your mind now is building strong foundations, building a legacy, building a financial situation that not only can support you and your immediate family, but as a legacy can actually, for generations to come, support them as well, and comfortably. So this is very much on your mind. Now, the positive aspect of this is the Page of Rods. The Page of Rods, pages in general, are messengers, like yourself. And rods is fire energy. So there's some kind of a message that's either you've received or you're about to receive, that has to do with a project, a creative project, or something in your career, something that you're working on. Now, the negative aspect of this is defeat. And the intuitive message that I'm getting with this is when there's a winner, there is a not winner. I don't want to say a loser, but it means somebody gets something and somebody doesn't. It's just the duality of life. Now, in the big picture, of course, this is not true. But in this situation, I think you might be feeling a little bit of guilt about taking this opportunity. Like it's almost like you feel bad for those left behind. See, he's kind of he's taking his swords, but he's looking back at those people. And in most situations, I tend to look at it as though he's looking at the spoils of war, or she's looking at the spoils of war. But in this situation, I read this intuitively as that the defeat here is not a satisfying one. In fact, what you're doing is sort of looking back at those to see that, to make sure they're okay. Yes, you've collected the swords. Yes, you're getting the message of something extremely positive, which will feed what's on your mind, which is this financial foundation, legacy, hereditary, the ability to build such a nest egg that it will feed the birds in your family and beyond for many, many years. But you're a compassionate person, and again, this may not resonate with everyone, but this is definitely someone, or the energy could be applied specifically, as it could be just generalized. But it seems as though you might feel a little bit of concern or guilt about those that weren't taken care of or weren't as victorious as you were as you're building this. Overall outcome of this is the King of Pentacles. This is the Taurus card. The kings, as the tens, tend to be the evolution of the energy as it relates to people. So this could be either a Taurus figure or a figure of power that will be the one that's the conduit for you getting this financial abundance that you're seeking. Or, and this is more what I'm thinking it is, the Spirit is asking you to take on the attributes of this king. So the king is the most mature of all the characters, right? There's the pages, they're the youngest, they're often considered the students or the messengers. The kings, again, not gender specific, it's not gender specific, but it is Taurus. The kings tend to have a good handle on the element in which they have rulership of. In this case, it is Pentacles, which tends to be Malkuth or Geb, the manifested world. This could be health, this could be wealth, and I think that's what we're talking about here. Spirit is asking you to take on the attributes of the king. So a good steward of financial abundance, or any abundance for that matter, is going to understand that it's a resource. And like all resources, it can be refilled, but it is also finite. That said, the good steward understands that there's a give and a take. In other words, Spirit is asking you to take on this Taurian or King of Pentacles, this evolved, mature Pentacles energy, that when you take this on, you will consider those that don't always have this. You don't need to feel guilt over experiencing success because you deserve to have that success. Rather, Spirit is suggesting that instead of that energy of guilt, take it on as being, okay, well, I've been blessed with this amazing gift of prosperity. I'm going to take on the very high octave, the good steward of these resources and give back. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Don't feel guilty. You've worked for what you're getting here and you deserve what you're getting, and the message is coming through. So try not to feel guilty. Those that didn't get it, it's their karma. If it's a job situation or a loan or a bid, like a financial bid for your business or something like that, if they didn't get it, it wasn't in their path, their soul's journey. It wasn't part of their soul's journey, and it is part of yours. So instead of feeling, I don't want to be an asshole, gosh, I feel like such an asshole here. Don't be, Spirit saying, be who you are. Be a good steward of the abundance. Be a good steward of those resources. Okay, I hope that helped you. If you have questions or comments on the reading, please leave them in the comment section below the video. If you'd like a personal reading, please email me at mimimemes@hotmail.com. You'll find that email address in the description box below the video. I will see you next month for the lunations, or not next month, the second half of February for the lunations. And of course for your sign again for the 15th through the 28th. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you did. That way you can get your zodiac sign reading, and if you're cross-watching for others, you can have a look at theirs too. Check in on them, your friends and family. If it doesn't resonate with you, or especially if it does resonate with you, consider sharing it. It might help someone else too, another Gemini. All right, so I hope this helped, and that's all I've got for you, Gemini. You take care.